I grew up very rebellious. My father was murdered when I was 3 years old, so I grew up with a lot of hatred and anger. I started doing drugs at a very young age, started getting involved with criminal activities, getting arrested by the police. But one day, my mom sent me to this spiritual retreat where I had my first experience with God, where I felt God's presence. And eventually, my eyes became open to the reality of this world and the reality of eternity, the reality of God. And I understood the gospel message, the good news, which is simply that God so loved the world and He gave His only Son, Jesus Christ, to die for our sins, and He rose again. And so I spoke to God. I said, God, I believe the gospel. I believe that you sent Your Son to die for my sins, and I believe that Jesus rose again from the dead, and I give my life to You. And from that day, God completely transformed my life. He gave me a new heart. He made me a new person. And I realized the most important thing I could be doing on this earth is to win as many souls to God as possible. And that's when I started sharing my faith with people, going out into the streets, going door to door, going into hospitals, praying for the sick. And little by little, God began to use me, and God began to gather more soldiers that wanted to get involved in this mission. And here we are today. We're an army of the Lord, preaching the gospel, leading people to Jesus, and that is the purpose of our lives.
Andrew, you are truly an amazing soul. Thank you so much for sharing that. Thank you.
God bless.